Test, test, test.
All right, second game of the day, CCH Stormhawks versus Andover Huskies. Andover in all black. Black jerseys, black pants, black numbers. CC Stormhawks in white. Puck is dropped and brought into the zone. Tapped by McNabb. McNabb's going to take it in and dump it in with two chasing. Down behind the net, played in the corner. They chip it out to the wing far side. Going to be thrown back in by Tabrick. Behind the net. Huskies make a move. They're looking for that far wing. They're going to go for it. It's going to be an icing. It'll be a face-off back down in the Husky zone. 13:26 in the first period. 0-0. Again, Huskies in dark. Stormhawks in white. Rotunda at center with the Vans. Rotunda draw is just hanging there. Finally, it's picked up by the Stormhawks. Pushed towards the net. Rotunda gets a stick on it and it's pushed into the corner. Back out it goes. Neutral ice. Zeltinger's there. He's going to flip it up to Olin Van. Olin Van's going to chip it in. Andover lays a nice body check on him. Olin Van's going to pick it up. Sorry, right out in front. Puck is loose. Rotunda. Van takes it, shoots wide. Olin and Blake give a hug to each other. As Andover comes out, flips it out back into the neutral zone. Zeltinger's there. They're going to get it up to Olin Van. Olin Van over to Blake Van. He's got Rotunda and Holt takes a shot wide of the net. He's going to sneak out of the zone, and Andover's going to come back a 2-on-2. He beats one, takes a shot, and Webstead makes his first save of the game with a glove save at 12:32. Andover looks like they're going for the far side pass based on the early stages of this game. Inside the zone, Nichols there, draws, pushed towards the board, gathered by Lindell, is going to ring it around to Heinz. Not out of the zone. Then pushed back down low where Lindell is going to grab it. He comes back towards the side, gets it to Hines, he gets it to Nickel. Nickel's going to skate it up. He beats the guy wide, but he loses his stick. The stick was taken out of his hands, either or. Comes back out to the neutral zone. Brandt has it. He goes deep into the Stormhawk zone. Rings it around the boards to Lindell. Up to Heinz. Heinz tips it. And it's going to be an icing at 11:48. So the passes seem to be off a little bit. Let's see if they get a little bit sharper as the game goes. Inside the zone. Glove side of Webstead. Face-off is won by the Stormhawks, but not controlled. Zeltinger's down low along with Nickel. Nickel circles the net. He's going to bring it up. He's going to go to Hines. It's going to flip out. Oh, the guy makes a nice soccer-style save, but they're going to enter off sides. It'll be a face-off outside the zone of the Stormhawks. Clave another McNabb at forwards. Face-offs won by the Huskies. We go D to D and dump it in deep behind Webstead. Thorpe makes a play. He's going to skate it up. He looked and he centers it right in front. Can't do that. And the Huskies throw one on net and Webstead covers it up. Dangerous pass there. Had Nutter on the board. Don't know what he saw, but it didn't turn out very good. Face off again. Glove side of Webstead. Face off won by the Huskies. Push down low. Lindell is there to get his piece of it. Centered right out in front. Puck is loose. Overskated by two Stormhawks. And finally it's not out of the zone. As the Huskies come back, blocked by to break in the shin pads. And the Huskies got a little bit of momentum as the Stormhawks are having trouble. McNabb gets it up to Kleva. Kleva's got Nutter way ahead. He's going to skate it through. He's going to take a shot, and it's going to be a glove save at 10:34. Inside the Huskies zone. Again, shots not being tracked here. At least not posted. Back to the point it goes, over to Lindell. Lindell gets it and dumps it deep. Olin Vams down low. He gets rubbed off the puck. Pushed along the boards. Drake's going to keep it in along the boards or pinch, but it does float back out to neutral zone. Lake Van has it. He comes through. He goes wide into the corner. He tries a little move. He gets stood up by the defender. Centered out front. No one's there for a stick, and Andover's going to come back 2-on-2. Andover pushes it down low behind Webstead. Fanned on the pass. Drake is there. He's battling. Pushes along the boards. Pinched in by the Huskies defense. And it comes right to the slot. Stormhawks are looking a little flat-footed here as the Huskies are moving the puck around and maintaining control inside the Stormhawk zone. Behind the net, finally it's gathered by Tabrake, but it comes out to the point where it's pinched and kept in. Winger in the corner, gets it again. He's going to try and walk by. He's ridden off by Rotunda and Lindell. But back out to the point where they take a shot, rebound from Webstead. Makes the initial save. It's dumped all the way down, and it's going to be just shy of the net, and it will be icing at 9:01. Thorpe and Zeltinger out there at D, along with Nickel, Heinz, and Brandt. Thorpe gets it up to Brandt. Can't quite stick it. Comes back down. Zeltinger's there. He's going to go to Thorpe. Thorpe's going to get it to Brandt. It goes off of Brandt's stick, and it's going to go right on net. And that would have been, it's still going. No whistle. They skated through. Brandt's in front. Nickel tried to get it. He fanned on the pass. Zeltinger tries to pinch. It jumps out into the zone. Heinz is there, but boy, he comes right through, and they're going to put it in on Webstead. And it puts the Huskies up 1-0 based on, honestly, a little bit of sloppy play. And the Huskies, for not many shots, they get one off the post and in on Webstead. 9:26, Huskies up 1-0. Tabrake has it to Lindell. Lindell gets it to Nutter. Nutter chips it. In the neutral zone, Nutter takes a baseball swing at it. Can't quite get it. Back to the neutral zone, over to Tabrake. Tabrake tries to hit McNabb, and that's going to be icing. 5:34. Face off inside the Stormhawks zone. Blocker side of Webstead. Kleva on the draw. Face off won by the Huskies. Pulled back to the point. He's going to take a shot. It goes wide of the net. Pushed up the boards. McNabb's there to give a little bit of a battle. It's going to be pushed out by Lindell. It's a 2-on-1 at this point. Kleva goes wide. Pass it over to Nutter. It's behind him. It's pushed out by the Huskies into the neutral zone where there's a race. Tabrake's able to get enough of a body momentum in the zone. Gets it to Nutter. Nutter's got speed. He's coming down. Huskies are back checking pretty hard. Nutter regathers in the zone. To the point. Takes a shot. Zeltinger's a big rebound. Another one's there by Thorpe. Goalie was able to get enough of it. Comes out into the neutral zone. Zeltinger's there along with Thorpe. Thorpe's going to fling it to the middle. Clava's going to take a shot. Rebounds right there, and it's going to be put in by McNabb. Nice job by McNabb. Rebound was given up quite a bit by the goaltender. It came right to his stick. And McNabb buries it in the upper corner. And it's 1-1 at 7:13.
Keep it up, CC. Don't let up.
Rotunda at center on the draw. Controlled by the Stormhawks, but then pushed right to the Huskies. As they come through, shot. Webstead was going wide, but he grabs it and gets a face-off inside the zone.
After the goal, 6:47.
Rotunda on the draw. It's controlled by the Huskies. They shoot it wide of the net. Lindell is there to chase. Going to get it up to Olin Van. Skips him. Rotunda's going to get there. It's another 2-on-1. Rotunda comes through. Takes a shot. Rebound right there. Push to the wing as they just kind of backhand whiff it out, but they're able to get it out of the zone as the Huskies come. Lindell's there. Gets it to Olin Van, who pushes it, and it's gathered by the Huskies defense as he skates up. He skates around wing, center, and D. Comes right in on Webstead. Webstead does a nice pad save. Puck is just loose. Blake Van comes down. Back checking. They're going to have to keep going hard. Huskies are back checking pretty hard. At the point, held in by Lindell and dumped behind the net. Olin Van back to the point. Takes a shot. Tipped. Wide of the net. Olin Van gets it. He walks right out front. Does a backhand. Is pushed down low. Kept in by Tabrake. Nicholas there. Hines has it. Is pushed down low. Nicholas going to chase along with Brandt. Hines is there as they move to the wing. Huskies skate back. Dump it in behind Webstead. Picked up by Thorpe. Thorpe's going to skate it. He's got Brandt on the side. Oh, it's hit by the Husky player. Chipped down. And the defense of the Huskies regathers and moves it up the rink. Heinz is there along with Nickel. Nickel has it. He tries to get through. Enters the zone. Got to look for that pass. Gathered by Brandt. Brandt's rubbed off, but the puck is still loose. A little bit of a collision there as the Huskies enter the zone. Thorpe to Zeltinger. Zeltinger to Hines. Hines goes far side to Brandt. Nickel's going to get it. He's going to come in. He's got 2-on-1. Takes it. Rebound right there. If they fired on net, he's right there. Hines has it. Excuse me. Nickel has it. Got it into the goalie, and he's able to secure it at 4:32. Face off in the zone. Clava knocks it forward. Huskies control. Banked off the boards. Huskies come wide. Behind the net of Webstead. McNabb's going to pick it up on the boards. He's going to flip it over to Nutter. Doesn't make it cleanly. Huskies are able to reverse directions and bring it back into the Stormhawk zone. Down low he goes. Out to the point. Held in. Shot. Tipped. Right on Webstead. Right there. And the net's going to be off as Webstead went to cover it. And there was a scrum in front, which the net comes off. And Tabrake is able to break up any clean rebound shot. Inside the zone. Blocker side. Clava's there, wins the draw. Thorpe rings it. Nutter's going to play it off the boards. tries to chip it out, blocked by the Huskies, knocked down by Clava, and that's going to be an icing at 3:45. 3:45 in the first, score 0-0. Shots probably about even at this point.
1-1.
1-1. Sorry. 1-1. Still tied. Rotunda at center wins the draw, gathered by Zeltinger, who rings it. Olenvan's going to get it. He's going to try and ride it out. They can't get it out of the zone. Huskies have an opportunity, but lost control. Huskies have it down low. Rotunda's there to take him out. He's looking for some help from the defense. Thorpe has it. He's going to chip it to Blake Van. Blake Van's going to chip it out to Rotunda. Rotunda gets stood up a little bit. Does get the puck out of the zone. Kind of flopping around right in front of us as the Huskies gain control and Stormhawks regroup. Huskies are going for a change. Gets it over to Blake Van. Blake Van's going to enter the zone. Doesn't move. And then he's tied up by some Huskies and it's pushed out back to neutral zone. Lindell should be the first one there. Lindell gets picked by the Husky. Nickel falls down, pushed out in front, redirected into Webstead, and he's able to push it to the side into the corner. Nickel is there, long with the break. Huskies come right out, and the net comes off as Webstead goes to push off of it. You gotta think of a better thing, a magnet with a spike or something. The referee's talking to Webstead. Not much he can do. It looked like he pushed off of it, so I don't know what he's talking to him about. Face off won by Nickel. It's rung around by Break. Played on the boards. Rotunda's, or excuse me, Grant has it. He's going to skate it. He's going to go take a shot. Rebound right out in front. Long rebound. Kept into the zone. Behind the net it goes. Played along the boards. Heinz has tried to keep it in. It comes back to the neutral zone. Over to Lindell. Lindell going to get it up to Heinz, who chips it in. Down low it goes. Brandt's there. We go D to D. Heinz is there to cause some commotion. We got to play the body. If they don't play the body, they're going to lose it. Huskies try to do some passing. They lose control, but they're able to get it. Nice job by Thorpe to take the body, or that would have been a breakaway. D to D. Zeltinger gets it. He's going to skate right through. Comes high. Clava has it. He goes low. Behind the net he goes. He's looking for someone. Going to be picked up by Nutter. Nutter's going to get it over to Thorpe. Thorpe takes a shot. Glove save. And it's chipped out of the zone by Andover. And it's going to be icing at 52 seconds. Face off inside the zone. Blocker side of the Andover goalie. Face off won by Andover. Pinched in by Lindell. But Andover gains control and pushes it out. They get it to a Husky. He's going to come down. Break is there to ride him out, at least to push that pass or shot wide to McNabb. McNabb's going to bank it off the boards to Nutter. Nutter just can't get there before the icing, but it was real close. 28 seconds remain. Face off inside the Stormhawk zone. It's a 1-1 game. No penalties at this point. Pretty even on shots on net. Rotunda at center. Gets the draw, push it low, but controlled by the Huskies. They go behind the net, ridden off by Thorpe. Thorpe's using a little bit of his feet, and it's going to come outside the zone. Husky defenseman tried to sell it. No go.
Come on, CC. Shoot up there. Let's go.
15 seconds in the first. Thorpe gets it, sends it over to Zeltinger. Zeltinger's going to look. They might as well go for the home run. They got 9 seconds left. Zeltinger gets it, jumps his stick back into the Stormhawk zone. Pass in front of Thorpe. Thorpe's going to hang low until the period ends. And after 1, the score is 1-1. Second period score is 1-1. Rotunda and the Van's out there, controlled by Blake Van. He comes into the zone, loses his footing a little bit. Played behind the net. Owen Van has it back to Blake. Doesn't quite make it. Into the corner it goes. Held in by Tabreak. But the Huskies got a guy up floating out in front. Picked up by Owen Van. He's going to enter the zone. He's looking for someone to pass it right to the Husky. Knew what he was doing, but it just wasn't there. And at 13:29, it'll be a face-off inside the Husky zone. No penalties so far in the game. Shots are probably pretty close to even. Nickel at center. Draw is won by the Huskies. Into the corner. Little battle there. Out to the point. Shot. Rebound. Oh, tipped by Heinz. Didn't make it to the goalie. I think he batted it out of the air, but it comes out. Huskies are coming down on Zeltinger. Zeltinger pushes him out of the way. Gets it up. Hudson throws it. Picked up by Thorpe. Thorpe tries to drive through it. Unable to get there. Heinz has it. He's going to flip it in the zone. Grant's going to chase along with Nickel. Pushed along the boards. And outside the zone. Huskies come back. And they're going to be offsides. 12:46 of the second. Still 1-1. Outside the zone. Clavis there along with McNabb and Nutter. At forward. Draw is won by the Huskies and dumped in. Going to be played by Lindell around the net. Picked up by, up to McNabb, up to Clavin. Clavin takes a shot off the upper part of the goalie's torso. Back out into the neutral zone. Huskies still control, little back check. There's a Husky come into the zone, they take a shot. Wibstead guides it to the corner. Huskies still have it in the slot. McNabb's going to pick it up, he's going to look, he's going to get up to Nutter. Nutter's going to dump it in deep. That's a good idea. Picked off by Nutter in the corner, he tries to center it, doesn't succeed. Nutter behind the net. He's got McNabb right in the slot. McNabb, great pass, great shot by McNabb. Great pass by Nutter to get it there. As the Huskies try to slap it out, they cannot get it out of the zone. And the Huskies are there. Down behind the net. They play it into the corner. It's going to be picked up by the wing and pushed out of the zone. McNabb is there. He can't quite get it through, pushes it back up high. Rotunda almost got a stick to peel that one away. And back into the Stormhawk zone they go. Rotunda's behind the net. They try to get it out, it comes out of the zone. Huskies got to regroup. Played at the blue line. Finally, Blake Van's able to get a piece of it. It's going to be picked up by Rotunda, who takes it in deep. Blake Van behind the net, able to get a stick on it, enough to get it back to the point. There's a shot, low, rebound right there, swept away by the defense. Blake Van in the corner, circles net, centers right out front. Olin slapped at it. Kept in by Zeltinger. Rotunda's going to race for it. Olin Van's there, and they reverse directions. Now Blake Van's going to be the first forechecker there. They reverse directions again. They're having a hard time breaking it out. Held in at the point, shot, stick cleared into the corner. Blake Van's there. He's got his brother Olin. Blake's going to get it again, back to the point. No one's in front. They're looking, stick, pad save, shot. And the Huskies are just looking to clear the zone. Now they got numbers. They got to come back, and he's offsides at 9:55. Good shift there. Movement and getting shots on net. Outside the zone of the Stormhawks, it's 1-1. On the draw, Nichols able to kick it back with his foot over to Tabrake. Tabrake's going to bounce it off the boards to Brandt. Brandt chips it. He's going to beat the guy. He's got Nichols and Hines, and he goes behind the net. He's rubbed off. Nichols is going to pick it up. Gets it to Brandt. Brandt takes a shot off the crossbar. To the point it goes. Nope, Nichols dumps it off the boards. They go far side to the wing. He can't control it. Lindell gets it. Played along the boards, jumps in the front, going to be picked up by Tabrake. Tabrake gets it poked away. Nickel has it, he's going to try and chip it ahead. Brandt's there to chase, and the Huskies bounce it off the board. Huskies are able to keep it in, take a shot. Nickel is able to get a stick in the lane. In the corner it goes. Nickel is going to get it, he's looking for Heinz. Heinz is going to push it over to Brandt. Brandt's coming down a 2-on-3. He's able to get through one. Heinz is there, takes a shot. Deflected by the whatever. Down low it goes, and Brandt's getting attacked down low. I didn't quite see what it was, but as they come through, he's got to get onside. Thorpe comes through, toe drags it. He's looking. No one's on him. He toe drags and he gets it taken away. Zeltinger's there to recover for him. In front it goes. Zeltinger saves it right out front. McNabb's going to pick it up. McNabb's got some speed. It's a 1-on-2. McNabb goes wide. He's going to come right in front. Takes a backhand. Oh, I think it went off the pipe in the goalie. Drops in front of him. And he's able to secure it at 9:07. 8:07. They're missing some bars on the scoreboard. Inside the zone it is. Still a 1-1 game. Draw is 1. Hit back to the point. Drake has it. He's going to dump it to McNabb. McNabb's going to try and center it. Huskies get a stick in the way to block that opportunity. To break is able to backhand it down low where McNabb chases. Butters up from. They got to get back. And Huskies have some momentum. They go wide. Ridden off by Tabrake. Tabrake's going to get a... Nope, they're going to let that one go. Clava's going to get it. He's going to take it up the boards. He's going to go wide. Takes a shot, and it's going to be gloved by the goaltender at 7:29. One. Clay has probably been in the Huskies end more this period than in the Stormhawk zone. Rotunda wins the draw, but no one's there to get it. Van is able to pick the Husky stick. Good hustle by him. Down low it goes. Played in the corner. Zeltinger's going to go deep to pinch and play it back down. Rotunda's going to chase after. He's going to try and push it out front. Back to the point it goes. Held in. Shot. Right on net. No rebound given up. Face off to the blocker side inside the Andover end. Andover in black. Stormhawks in white. Face off is controlled by the Stormhawks. Behind the net goes Olin Van back to the point to Zeltinger. Zeltinger takes shot. Missed the tip. Second shot right there. And Olin Van able to grab a hold of that. And another good shift for that line as they're getting plenty of pressure on the goaltender. It's just a matter of time before they're able to get one in. Nickelbrand and Hines out there along with Lindell and Tabrake at the point. Face-off is won by the Huskies. They drop it below the net. Trying to get it out high off the boards. They're able to get it by Tabrake. As the Huskies come in, way off sides by 2 of them, I think. Tabrake went to pinch, but Hines was there to recover his defense position, so it wasn't as dangerous a play as it could have been. Outside the zone, 5:30 remaining in the second period. Face-off is controlled by the Huskies. It can be picked up by Brandt. Brandt's going to come down. He's got Hines with him. He passes over to Hines. Hines going to take a shot. Can't quite get it where he wanted. Back to the point. You got 2 in front. Brandt's there. He's going to try and get a backhand. It's still in the house. Nickel gets his stick hooked away. Nickel does a good job of blocking. Played along the boards. Brandt tips it out into the neutral zone. Heinz is there. It's going to be picked up by Brandt. Brandt's going to get checked into the official. And it's pushed down low. Played along the boards. Lindell's going deep into pinch. Lindell's going to push it down low. And that line's going for a switch. That was another good shift for the Stormhawks when Andover ices it to get a face-off inside the zone at 5:30. Just a hair behind and
Go, White. Come on, White. Let's get with it. Let's go.
Shots on goal at 22-9.
22-9. Are the shots on net at this point for the Stormhawks. Pushed out. The Huskies are going to come out. They got a 2-on-2. Nutter's there to back check, but they hit the man in the slot, take a shot on Webstead. Picked up by Clava can't clear the zone. Shot, stick, steered to the corner by Webstead. Comes out to the house, jumping around a little bit. McNabb's able to do some stick handle. He's going to hit Nutter. Nutter can't get by the defender, but at least it goes deep into the zone. Two of them are down there. The Wyatts down there pinching Andover. Clava has it. He's looking. He banks it off the boards. It's going to go down low. As the Huskies are going to try and clear it, but it's held in by Zeltinger, who dumps Van. Back to McNabb. McNabb takes a shot just high of the net. We got to get the rest of the Van line out there. It's coming through, and it's going to be gobbled up by the Husky goaltender for a face-off inside the zone at 4:14.
Let's go, White. Come on, White. Let's do it.
Rotunda at center.
Let's go, White.
Along with the Vans. To face-off is dropped down low. Controlled by the Stormhawks. Centers it right out to break in the slot. He tries to get a shot, but it was just off his stick. Couldn't get the power on it that he wanted. As the Stormhawks try to push it out front, Mendel pinches. It's pushed out. And the Stormhawks and going to be offsides. Other ones offsides as well. That's for the 340. Face-off is going to be pushed up by Heinz. Whoa, stepped up by Thorpe. Good job. If he would have missed that, the Huskies would have been off for a break. Over to Brandt. Brandt's going to just dump it in on net as they chase after it. It's going to be played high off the glass by the Huskies, and they're going to come back. They push it into the corner. Zeltinger's there along with Brandt and Nickel. Off the boards it goes. Brandt's going to try and get a piece of it. Can't quite get it out of the zone. Steered corner by Webstead. He's going to put it in the corner. And it's going to be Nickel. They try to pass to it. Backs up the Husky forechecker. They're going to reverse directions, and now the Stormhawks are having a hard time getting out. He's going to try and go to Heinz. Far side. It's behind him. Thorpe's going to get speed and go. Brandt's there. He's going to chase it and pops right out front to Nutter. Nutter has it. Down low goes. Kept in at the point. And dumped down low. Nutter's there to cause some commotion to Lindell. Right on net. Into the corner. Clavis down there along with Nab. 2-on-2 back. Puck's not moving. Finally it comes out. Clava is able to get it. The point. Shot. Corner it goes. For the Nutter is going to center it. One's there. And Andover just bats it out into the neutral zone. All the way down to the Stormhawk zone. They do have a forechecker on Lindell. Go far side to McNabb. McNabb has it. He's going to drop it to Clava. He's going to hand pass it. They're not going to see it. Play on the boards. Out there with to break. 3. Pushed into the zone. They're going to call a high stick. It'll be a face-off inside the Stormhawks. Inside the zone, glove side of Webstead. Face-off is controlled by the Huskies in the corner. Rotunda's there to gather some help. Huskies still have control. They center it right out front. No one's able to get a stick on it. In the corner it goes. Taken out with the body. They try and center it. It's in the slot. Thorpe is there. He's going to regather it. It's going to go over to Zeltinger. They pass out in front. Zeltinger's going to ring around the boards, but no one's there. It's going to come out to the Huskies in neutral zone. In the feet of Rotunda. He didn't know where it was, and now the Huskies are going to come in. Odd man rush takes a shot off the face of Webstead with 33 seconds remaining in the second period. Score is still 1-1. Inside the zone, face off one, kick back to the Huskies. Huskies push it to the corner. No shot there, but they control it in the corner. Picked off by Tabrake. Tabrake's going to get it up to Brandt. Brandt's going to skate it up. He's going to go, I don't know what he's doing. Pushed out. As the Huskies come back, they got some numbers. They're going to go wide, take a shot, wide of Webstead. And push down low behind the net. And that's going to end the second period with the score still tied 1-1. Still 1-1. 14 minutes remain in the game. Third period about to start. Face-off is controlled by the Stormhawks. To Wendell. Wendell going to center it over to Nutter. Nutter who centers it. And it's gained control by the Huskies. Poked away by Nutter. Played along the boards by the Huskies as the defense tries to keep it in, and it's chipped out into the neutral zone. Huskies looking, bothered by McNabb. Off of Husky equipment. And the Huskies skated in. Forced along the boards. Clava's there. He's going to poke it up to McNabb. McNabb's going to hit Nutter. It's chipped, not quite gathered. Back to Nutter down low. Out to the point. Shot. Tipped by McNabb. Wide of the net. Rotunda's there to battle in the corner. Thorpe's going to take a shot right on net. And it's going to be frozen by the goaltender. I didn't hear a whistle. Well, either this guy could see it sitting there, and that's why he wasn't blowing it. So unknown why the whistle didn't happen faster, but anyhow, it's a face-off inside the zone, blocker side of the Husky goaltender, push to the corner down low. Stormhawks are able to control. They try and push it towards the net. It's gathered out, and the Huskies are going to come back. He gets by Thorpe, but Thorpe's able to drive him low. Puck comes right out front. Van's there. He's able to chip it over to the side. It's going to leave the zone. It'll be offsides. Face off outside the zone of the Stormhawks. 12:33. Remaining in the third, 1-1 game. Face off is controlled by the Stormhawks. And it's going to be offsides by about a foot. It'll be a face off outside the zone. Outside the zone, Nickel is there. Face off won by and hit batted through by Heinz. Huskies push to the boards. They're going to try and chip it around the defense. The break is there, but he gets a pick. Huskies control down low. Nickel is there. Nickel's got two up front. He's got Branton. He's got Grant gets it. He's pushed to the side. Nichols has it. Gets it to Brandt. Brandt going to push it up to Heinz. Not deep enough. Off Brandt into the zone. It's gathered by Heinz. Lindell has it. It's going to be picked up by Brandt. Brandt's going to go over to DeBrake. DeBrake's going to get it to Nickel. Nickel's going to enter the zone. He goes wide. Takes a shot off the stick. Wide of the net. Down low to Nickel. Nickel's got two in front. Brandt's there in the slot. Takes a shot. Not a whole lot on it. Heinz is there. He centers it down low. Puck is loose out front. Thorpe's going to keep it in. And the Huskies are going to try and get it out. It's dumped down deep again.
Keep working, White. Keep working.
Huskies can't get it out, and finally it's shot on net by Thorpe. And they're going to get a face-off inside their zone with 11 minutes. Face-off controlled by the Stormhawks and dumped into the bench side corner. It's going to be pushed out, and they're going to wave off icing. And the Huskies are going to be the first one there. Makes a move in the corner, loses his edge, but he's able to get it to his partner in front. Thorpe's going to bank it off the boards. Nutter's going to skate for it. The forecheck there with McNabb. Thorpe is there. They called an offsides even though it bounced off the Husky guy in the neutral zone. He anticipated too much. 10:27. Center ice face off Rotunda. Draw is controlled by the Stormhawks. Lindell gets it up to Van. Van goes wide. Behind the net he goes. Over to Olin Van. Olin Van back to the point. Shot right on net. Traffic in front. As Huskies try to come out, they're going to try and get it to their wing on the far side. Able to get a piece of it, but not control it as they enter the Stormhawk zone. Rotunda's there. He gets it over to Van. Oh, Husky got a stick on it to deflect it. Lindell is there. Played along the boards. They got to get a little help. Van is there along with Lindell and Rotunda. Olin Van comes in. He's got Rotunda in the slot as the Huskies come on back. They enter the zone. Zeltinger's there to get a stick on it. He plays it off the boards, and it's going to be kept in. There's a hit, and they're going to call a penalty for elbowing or roughing. And the Stormhawks will go on the power play. at 9:25. Power play has been pretty dismal.
It's the power play.
Kleva, Heinz, and Nutter out there along with Thorpe and Zeltinger. Face-off is kicked back to the point. Zeltinger's at the top. Kleva's at the side. Nutter down low. Back to Kleva. Shot. Over to Kleva on the side. Tries to get to Zeltinger. Is able to keep it in. Down low to Nutter. Nutter to Thorpe. Down low behind the net. Takes a shot wide of the net. And they're going to blow a whistle for some reason. The net's off its bearing.
Go, White, you need one. Let's go. You need one.
Still no shots on net from the power play at this point. First power play of the game. Push forward and covered up by the goaltender, and we'll have another face-off. Push to the corner, controlled by the Huskies. Huskies push back to the point, kept in. And it skips off of Zeltinger and rolls into the bench of the Huskies. They'll bring the face-off down low again. Glove side of the Husky goaltender. Kleva on the draw. Draw is won by the Huskies. The Huskies are trying to clear it, unable to. Picked up by Kleva. They finally got control. Zeltinger's high in the slot. He's got to take that shot when no one's there. Down low to Nutter. Nutter back to Kleva. Zeltinger's got to shoot.
Shoot to score.
Over to Thorpe on the side. He's down low. Zeltinger's up high. Back to Thorpe. Tries to go far side. And I believe it was Thorpe gave a saucer pass over to Heinz, who was standing on the back door. And he pretty much caught it in midair and slapped it in to put the Stormhawks ahead 2-1.
All right, let's do it again.
So the first power play goal in a while. And that puts the Stormhawks ahead 2-1 at 9:11. Nickel on the draw. Husky's going to get it. It's going to be pushed to the side. Lundell's going to break over to break. He can't handle it. It's pushed right out front, up high. Break's going to get it. He's going to get it to Nickel. He's got Heinz. If he hurries, he's going to try and split the middle off the skate. Can't get it into the zone. And the Huskies turn it back. Come through. Brandt gets a stick on it, but they got to get out there. Huskies try to get it on net. Doesn't reach. Right in the slot it is. Nickel is there. He's got a 2-on-1 with Brandt, with Heinz following. Takes a shot, and Nickel is able to bury it in the net on the low side. That puts the Stormhawks up 3-1 at 7:27. So a blocked shot, I believe, is what caused that one to come out.
Guys, get another one, White. Keep it up. Keep it up.
So the Stormhawks put a little bit of space in between them and the Huskies at this point. Kleva comes into the zone. He gets picked by the Huskies, and then McNabb picks the Huskies.
Time of the goal, 6:33.
So in the zone, it'll be a face-off to the glove side of the Husky goaltender. Inside the zone, Huskies push it to the corner, off the boards. Zeltinger, it skips him, and there's a race for it. Zeltinger is going to win the battle, but the Huskies going to battle him for it. In the corner, it's a 2-on-2 scrum. Puck is still not out. Finally, it's pushed out. Clava controls it. He's going to get it to Nutter. Nutter's going to get it to attempt to get it to McNabb. Can't quite hit the pass. And back into the Stormhawk zone. Off the boards. McNabb does backhand blind right to Husky. McNabb's going to get it. He's going to push it out up to Nutter. Nutter's going to go wide. He loses his stick. The Husky takes it from him, or got it hit to him right out in front. Shot just wide of the net. Rebound right there. McNabb's going to try and get it. He's got another opportunity. The puck is still loose. Dump down low. McNabb's going to pick it up. 5:09. Shot, tip, there it is. The rebound's right there. Oh! And the goaltender makes a great save on Nutter. Nutter had the whole net going in. And now the Huskies come back and no one's back checking. Defense is able to play it. It was almost like they gave up after that one. Break comes through, gets it over to Van. Blake Van's going to skate it up. Dump it in low behind the Husky net. Rotunda's there. He controls it. He's looking for someone. He goes down low to Blake Van. He's got his brother right out front. Can't quite get the stick on it, and back to the neutral zone at 5:24. Played along the boards. The Huskies dump it in. Thorpe gathers it, reverses direction, gets it to Zeltinger. He's going to skate it up a little bit. He's going to get it over to Blake Van. Blake Van enters the zone. He's going to get some space, tries to hit Thorpe coming through the slot. And it's going to be iced by the Huskies at 4:51. (3-1) in favor of the Stormhawks. Draw is controlled by the Huskies. Down low it goes. They center it right out in front. Dangerous play by them. They chip it up. They get by Lindell. They're coming in. They have a 2-on-1, but it's intercepted by Tabrake, who throws it right back to him in the slot. Webstead makes a kick save into the corner. Heinz is there. Tabrake is there. He's going to try and get it out of the zone. Huskies are controlling it. The 2-on-2 battle is going to the Huskies at this point. Nickel is down there along with Tabrake. They try to get it out of the zone. Pushed out. Heinz is going to be able to get a piece of it. Heinz drops him. Shot wide of Webstead. Down low, they center it right to Heinz. Heinz tries to stick handle. He can't get it through. And they're going to call... They're going to call dual penalties on Lindell and the guy with the black jersey, black pants, and black number. Going to take them both for roughing, so incidental. This would still be 5-on-5 with 3:51. Both in the box for roughing at this point. Face-off is pushed to the side into the Stormhawk zone in front of the net. Thorpe goes a little dangerous there, and he gets it picked. In the corner, the Huskies go. They try to center it. Webstead guards the corner. Pushed up by Thorpe. Thorpe's going to hit McNabb. McNabb goes wide. He beats the defense. Takes a shot wide of the net. Thorpe's going to get it. He tries to get one on net. That's stick blocked. And again, the back checking is not there. Dumped down by Andover into the corner. They're the first ones there. Nutter's going to play it off the boards. He's going to go far side to McNabb. McNabb's got a 1-on-1. He takes it wide. He's forced into the corner. Clava has it. He centers it out front. Tries to hit McNabb. Unable to get a clean shot. Played into the corner it goes. Pushed out into the neutral zone, and Nutter's going to have it. He's going to get it up to Olin Van, who dumps it in deep. Yeah. Played along the boards. It's going to be kicked up. Brandt's going to get it. He's just going to dump it in. They're going to make Andover keep going the whole distance. Played by Rotunda. Behind the net it goes. They're going to dump it off the boards. Brandt's got Rotunda, and they got Blake Van. He's going to go wide. He's looking. Tries to center it. Comes out in front, and Andover pushes it into their goalie to get a face-off at 2:03. Still must be some time left on the penalties for Lindell, since they're both in the box, and they'll come out at the first whistle. Into the neutral zone it goes. Zeltinger's there. He tries to center it, unsuccessful. He's got 2 men on him. He's going to get it up to Brandt. Brandt's going to get it chipped away. He's going to bang it to the boards where Blake Van goes. They go far side over to Zeltinger. Zeltinger's going to bank it off the boards. Tries to get it by. Nice play by the Andover defense. And they're going to dump it in deep. Behind the Andover net it goes. Rotunda's there to pinch along the boards. See if he can keep it in with the help of the official. He's able to. You got 2 guys over there, and finally Andover's able to kick it out of the zone. They lose it. Zeltinger in front of the net. They come through. Andover's trying to get it through. Pushed out, chipped away by Thorpe.
1 minute remaining in the third period. 1 minute.
1 minute remaining. They lose the Andover loses the zone. As they skate in, stood up by Thorpe. Zeltinger's get a fan on the shot off the glass. It comes out in front. They got 2 out there. Hines is going to try and get it up. Andover intercepts it in the neutral zone. McNabb is there along with Olin Van. Olin Van gets it to Nickel. Nickel's going to skate through. He's going to try and get through. He gets stood up by the defense. Loses the puck. McNabb carries it low. Picked up by Nickel. He comes to the slot. Tries to get a shot. Unable to due to stick traffic. And it's dumped out by Andover. 10 seconds remaining. No icing as Tabrake's going to take it behind the net. He's just going to reverse directions, and that should do it here. The game is over with the Stormhawks winning 3-2 or 3-1 here at the Lumberjack tournament, and they will have a game tomorrow about noon. We'll see you tomorrow.